Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of the show. Today we're going to go once again, it's Halloween season, we're going to go once again to another Marvel/Curtis black and white magazine, horror theme magazine. This is issue number 5 of Tales of the Zombie. You know, it's really interesting. Some of these Marvel magazines, they don't actually have the issue number written on the front. Usually it would be like up here somewhere. If you look real close, there ain't no number on there. All right, all it says is May, but when you go on the inside, that's when they actually tell you that it's number 5. Right. So here we've got photos and features of the dreaded Walking Dead. No, not the current TV show The Walking Dead, based on the comic book. Bonus Brother Voodoo Lives Again. Extra macabre monster-sized pinup of the zombie, and Simon Garth invades the Palace of Black Magic. Very cool cover here. Cover art, which is actually done by Earl Norham. Okay, so Roy Thomas, editor; Marv Wolfman, associate editor; Murray Friedman and John Veer Porton, production; Marcia Gloucester, designs; and John Romita, art director. All right, so here's the little mini poster. If you were, I guess, a kid buying this back in the day, there's the back end of the poster. Buy 2 copies, so one you can take the cover off and hang it on your wall, right? So here we've got table of contents. As you can see, lots of stuff in these Marvel magazines. Lots of stories and articles and editorials and things like that, which you really get the bang for your buck, which is 75 cents back in, what year was this? 1974. Okay, so expensive for the time, but you really get a lot of your money's worth. As you can see there, a little shot from Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Very cool early zombie film. And then, of course, Palace of Black Magic, the new zombie tale, right? For the zombie, written by Steve Gerber and drawn by Pablo Marcus. Steve Gerber, of course, did a few of the, he did the Man-Thing, obviously. He was a writer for the Man-Thing series for quite a bit. Did some Howard the Duck as well. So here, as we kind of go through the story, the next story in the tale of Simon Garth the zombie, right? Who I thought was a pretty cool character, horror character. Only ever really featured him in the black and white magazine. He was not one of the color comic creations. Alongside Tomb of Dracula, Frankenstein Monster, Werewolf by Night, Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, etc. Okay, here he became a popular character for a while here in the black and white Curtis magazines. Really good artwork. All right, these stories are all very kind of gothic and occult and supernatural. The zombie, again, kind of similar to Man-Thing, similar to Frankenstein Monster, a guy who had a prior life as a regular person, and then of course gets turned into the zombie and then kind of shambles about. And there's still a very small part of him that kind of carries some human qualities, but for the most part, he is just he's the undead now, the living dead, right? Very cool artwork in these, and the covers are dynamite. Sometimes he's fighting with other supernatural forces, sometimes fighting against, regular people, here against the cops, the security company. All right, look at some killer artwork here. Lots of occult and satanic themes going on with some of these zombie books here. Let's see if we got any other really cool artwork here to show you. Here's some more confrontations, right? Would have been cool. They never really did it, but it would have been cool to see like a confrontation between the zombie and some of the other horror characters that I mentioned before. They never really did that. Of course, there's an ad for Crazy Magazine, Shafted, right? A little play on Shaft. Popular film at the time. Then we got right about in the middle of the magazine, we've got kind of like the reader's page, reader's forum they call it, reader's poll. It was kind of interesting to go back and read some of these many years later. And here we have, this is very cool for me because I'm a huge fan of this movie. Here we have like an editorial about the classic 30s film White Zombie, written by Doug Mensch. Of course, one of the great performances from Bela Lugosi. You can see him up there near the top. One of the early zombie films. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. Very cool, creepy, atmospheric film. fairly dialogue heavy, but very eerie for the time. And as you can see, there's Bella looking Murder Legendre, as he was called in that film. Very cool. Then we here have another this is probably an older, I'm guessing, older story, Who Walks with a Zombie, by Russ Heath, the artist. And some of these are probably fairly short. Yeah, this is a short little story here. So lots of zombie stories in these. Then we have more editorials on zombie films. With the Dawn Comes Death, by Chris Claremont. Here you've got, looks like some werewolf depictions there. Very cool. So again, something that Bill brought up in a previous episode, talking about these black and white magazines. So back in the day, like when I was buying some of these on the stands, some of these editorials I would kind of read, but mostly I would come just for the comic sections of it. And here we got an all-new tale with Brother Voodoo. Of course, Brother Voodoo we saw sporadically in various different comics, and this is one of those ones that has... you've got the artwork accompanied by like a longer, like book style, like novel style writing. And that looks like Gene Colan artwork there to me. Pretty sure that it is. Brother Voodoo, of course, was featured in Strange Tales number 169. Here we have another new story here, written by Tony Isabella, drawn by Sid Shores and Dick Ayers, Voodoo War. And that's roughly, I don't know, about 8 pages or so. Dealing with voodoo. Then you got Death's Bleak Burke. Birth, I mean, not Bleak. Birth, not Burke. And I believe that is the last, yeah, that's the last story. And again, we got some zombies featured in this one, right? So if you like zombie comics, no shortage of that in here. And then on the last page, you've got your sign up, okay, and subscribe. Do the mail order thing, which I never did back in the day. And then, of course, the next issue of Tales of the Zombie brings you The Man Who Lived Twice. Brother Voodoo faces the awesome might of the Black Talon. Simon Garth is the zombie. Also a special Man-Thing tale by Steve Gerber. All on sale April 23rd, 1974. They always did a great job of kind of previewing what's to come next in these magazines. So very, very cool. So there you have it. Tales of the Zombie number 5 from 1974. Like I said, really cool cover. The artwork on all these Tales of the Zombie books is really good. I only have a few of these. I have like a collected edition, like one of the Marvel, what do they call those? Marvel, oh boy, the big book that's all in black and white, that compendium, or Marvel... Masterworks? I don't know. I forget what they call those. I have a few of those. And basically what it does is it collects all of the Tales of the Zombie issues in one volume. Of course, all in black and white, but the magazine was in black and white. The only thing you really miss with something like that is you don't get these great color covers. All right, that's something special. Because these covers on these Tales of the Zombie books are out of sight good. I mean, look at that. Just beautiful. Beautiful. So there you have it. Another kind of creepy content issue as we... or edition, I should say, as we get closer to Halloween, which is only a couple days away. So let us know if you have this, what you think of this Tales of the Zombie book. If you've never read this before, this might prompt you to go out in the wild and try and get yourself a copy. You can get these Tales of the Zombies out there, from various mail orders and things like that. And I do come across them occasionally in certain comic shops who stock a lot of this 70s stuff. So it's all great. All these horror books are excellent reads. And for those of you who have been asking over the last week or two for us to cover more of the old Warren stuff, I actually, because Kirk has shown a few things here and there, some Vampirella and whatnot, I actually went out and ordered a stack of old Creepy, Eerie, and Vampirella magazines just recently. And I'm waiting for them to come in. So I'll be showing off some of those in the weeks ahead. So stay tuned for that. And Meanwhile, have a great Halloween, everybody, and please make sure you subscribe here to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Very, very important. We thank you for your comments and for your views. And for Wild Bill and Kirk, we will see you guys real soon here on Comic Book Users. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. I'm Pete.